guys, welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. It is now officially time to start prepping and getting ready for deer season, for me anyways. I know a lot of you guys have already started this process of running trail cameras, checking spots, cleaning out stands. That's not started for us here yet. Right now though is when we should be getting the ball rolling. So tonight, this afternoon, what we're gonna be doing, me, myself, and you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. We're gonna be shooting the Hoyt tonight, starting our archery training program. So archery training program, that sounds really intense. It's really not. It's just me shooting my bow enough until archery season comes into where I feel confident that I can shoot a deer. So that's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna shoot a couple arrows this afternoon, and then we are going to go out into the field and go set over this soybean field with a new spotting scope that Athlon Optics sent me. And hopefully we can see some big bucks that we're gonna have the opportunity to chase this season. So it's gonna be fun. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trying to grow this thing to 100,000 subscribers, and we got a little bit to go, so every click gets me one step closer. Thanks for hanging out. Let's have some fun and let's sling some arrows down range, baby. Right here, got a target set up 60 yards. That's what we're going to be starting out at this afternoon. So hopefully I don't just absolutely mess it up and just embarrass myself, but fingers crossed it's not too bad from last year. So let's have some fun. Let's shoot some good groups. Alrighty. Ladies and gents, let's break the old Hoyt out. No idea where this puppy's gonna go. We may just flat out and whiff this first time. We're gonna try it and see. Oh, 60 yards has been a while. I did not miss the target. A little low and a little left where I wanted to hit. But I did not miss the target. I guess that's always a step in the right direction. Got two more arrows. Whew, that one felt better. For those of you that don't know, I only shoot Swacker broadheads, and typically with a pack of Swackers that you buy, you get this practice tip. So it flies exactly like that broadhead does when it's closed up. I absolutely love that because I know without a doubt that when I go into the woods to hunt, my arrows are gonna fly exactly like they are flying right now, and I absolutely love that. Obviously, you guys been with the channel for a while. I always shoot with my Alaska Guide Creations bino harness on, because this is what I wear in the woods. It holds my mic, holds my rangefinder, holds a whole bunch of stuff in here that I need. So I've got to get used to shooting with it on my body. And one of the questions I get asked from a lot of people is, it looks like it gets in the way, but it really doesn't. I've never once had a deer come in and not be able to take a shot because of this bino harness. It's never gotten in the way, not even close. So I always like to train very similar to what I'm gonna be wearing in the woods. Obviously, I would have a face mask on, the gloves. I've got a ball cap on, which, by the way, Bucks Hunting Co. Check these guys out, man. They sent me a big old care package. It's got a little shirt, little nifty shirt. Can't really see a whole lot, but nice little nifty shirt that they sent me as well. So giving those guys a shout out. They are owned by, I don't know if they're owned by, but Flair with Guggen Baits and the Guggen Squad guys, they are a part of this. Flair is. So go check those guys out. They got some pretty cool products. That one didn't feel bad. So clearly a lot of stuffing missing out of this thing, but first shot was this one right here, and I'm aiming right in the middle of this big open spot, which this target has not lasted. I don't even remember the name of it, so I gotta give you this, the Outlaw, whatever that is. Do not buy it. I do not recommend you guys buying this. It is not worth it. First shot here, low and left. I think I said it was low and left, but then my second shot, you know, I don't really want to grab that, give you a better idea there. Not too bad at 60 yards for the first hoorahs of the year practicing. Obviously my end goal is to drop back to around 90. Would never shoot a whitetail deer at 90 yards, but I like to train and take shots a lot longer than I would take an ethical shot in the actual woods, because shooting a target in a low intensity environment versus shooting a living animal in a high intensity environment is night and day. So I like to train 30 to 40 yards farther than what I would take a shot in the actual woods. So let's keep shooting a couple more rounds, see if we can get that group to tighten up a little bit. Another cool thing coming this year, I'm actually going to be taking a trip to Ohio for an entire week of hunting, and I'll be bringing you guys along with me for that one. Fun fact about me, I've never hunted outside of the Carolinas. I've hunted a little bit in South Carolina, but everything else I've ever hunted has been in North Carolina. So this will be the first trip for me of actually going out of state on a hunt. So I'm excited about it. It's gonna be archery, no rifle, no shotgun, muzzleloader, nothing like that. Full week-long archery hunt. So we got to get dialed in. Way low and way left. I was shaking bad there. That one felt better. I don't know where that one was at. Not a bad little group right there. This target is just absolutely worthless, man. So bad. Not a bad group right there. Definitely getting better. We're gonna shoot this thing one more time, and then we're gonna load up, and we're gonna go see if we can get our eyes on a good deer that I can spend a lot of time and money trying to kill and probably not kill him. All right, pilgrims. Shot the bow a couple times, knocked the dust off. Not shooting phenomenal groups, but the groups I'm shooting at 60 could definitely kill a deer. Don't know if I'm quite ready to take a shot at 60 yards at a deer, but we'll get there for the end of season. And I've got that Athlon spotting scope that Athlon Optics sent to me, and it's a really nice spotting scope. It's very budget oriented, so if y'all are looking for a new spotting scope, go check those guys out. It's a really nice optic with a lifetime warranty. They were kind enough to send that out, so I'm gonna go test it out here and just see exactly how good it works. Maybe get some video footage of some big bucks, and hopefully can see them really well with that spotting scope. So fingers crossed, hopefully we see some good ones. Ooh, gotta get the old snake blaster just in case we see some danger noodles while we're out here. I don't want to be caught with my panties down. Alright, let's get this spotting scope. So this is the spotting scope. I can't really see, obviously you can't see it, it's in this nice little case, but Athlon Optics. I haven't done a review on this thing yet because I wanted to test it out and figure it out before I did one. Obviously, we've got a lot of, we don't use spotting scopes all that much here, just for the simple fact that we don't have that far to really look, and we're not really spotting and stalking. Just trying to take our time going through here, because what I don't want to have happen is have these deer out here feeding and us blow them out before season ever comes in, which we still got probably, 400 yards, 500 yards before we get to where those deer are at, if they are out in the field. I don't see anything out there right now, but they could also be on the left side of this thick tree right here. Alright, I've made it down here to this little field edge. Right now I can't even see the field because I'm sitting down.
poke my head up every so often, because I think if they come into this field, they're going to come out all the way at that far end. So I should be able to just ease my head up above this little bit of grass here to be able to see them. And then the good thing is, if they get out in that field and start feeding, I can back out and keep this big bushy tree in between me and them. And I should be able to get out of here without blowing them out. So guys, we've got deer in the field already. I think it's 2 little bitty deer because the beans are not all that high right now. And all I can see is the tips of their ears and a little bit of their head. So I think it's 2 small young deer from what I can tell. I've lost them. I don't know where they went to. I got to a little bit better spot. I just crawled. I crawled maybe 5 yards, maybe not even 5 yards, maybe like 2 yards. And it was just enough to where I can see bits and pieces of that field edge through this tall grass. And my exit plan is I can stay lower than this grass, very easy to get back to my bug out spot. It just makes me nervous that I lost sight of those 2 deer, which if there were 2 little ones is not a big deal because I don't think they would bust me. But one of them big old mama does would, that's for sure. Well guys, we got us a couple, there's the does. It looks like 2 does. Maybe 2 little ones, I don't know. And they're out there feeding them soybean fields. We got, the neighbor is shooting like crazy. You don't seem to phase these does. Tell they're a little perturbed by it, but not a lot. Still a little early, I think, for the big boys to be coming out. Probably got about another hour plus. Need that guy to kind of calm down shooting, probably. But they don't seem to be all that upset about it. I mean, they're just wearing those beans out. Well, guys, I'm about to freak out. These mosquitoes are literally about to carry me off out of this field. I have legitimately lost a pint of blood. I'm wearing this Hex shirt that I think somebody got me just because it's lightweight. I thought maybe it would be a little bug proof or bug repellent, but these mosquitoes are biting me straight through it. The worst is they're getting back here on my dang love handles, back here on my sweet meat. My 2 does have left the field, but the good news is the guy across the road has stopped shooting, which is good. And man, we don't like much for that sun to go down. Wish it would go on down. I'm about to die. It's hot as crap. I remember it being this dang hot last time I come here and did this. I can't take too much more of this. I'm gonna try to grind it out. Just fingers crossed. But man, if it don't get any better than this, and if these bugs don't calm down, I've got to call it a night. positive note is the spotting scope is working really, really well. I haven't been able to really get a look at any deer on it yet. Those does that are over there, they're a little bit out of sight, just because this spotting scope's got to set. Well, it doesn't really have to set any lower, but it needs to at least be eye level. Right now I got it a little bit below eye level. So I'll check back in with you guys here in a little bit. Hopefully these mosquitoes will die down, and hopefully we'll see a big buck before long. That pretty much sums up this scouting excursion. The neighbor who was shooting a gun repetitively over and over and over and over again is now shooting fireworks. Hey, go America. But there was actually a lot more deer out there than what I thought. There was 4 or 5, maybe 6 does. They all took off. As soon as he shot that first one up in the air, I mean, it made that long, squealing, screeching noise. And blew up, just, I mean, right there. As soon as he did that, man, those deer just took off. If them does are going to be that boogered by that, I know these bucks are not going to come out in here. So I've about lost all the blood that I could possibly lose. I'm going to get the heck out of here, but it's been a fun afternoon so far. Let me take that back. It was a good afternoon until I came here. I came here and I've lost blood, fireworks and gunshots, didn't see a big deer, so that's kind of a downfall. But getting back out in the outdoors, scouting, shooting the bow, getting ready for season, man, this is what it's about. Super happy to be back out here doing this, man. This is what I love. This is where I belong. I mean, I love doing this stuff. And I had a good break, June, July, a little bit of August, just taking a break from the filming and grinding out videos for you guys. But now it's time to get back up on the saddle and ride this pony out. We've got a lot of stuff coming out, man. We should have a lot of stuff if everything will cooperate this season. So let me get out of here before I lose any more blood. Guys, thanks for watching what I got going on. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. I'll be sure to bring you guys along on the rest of the scouting adventures, trail cam photos, things like that. So stay tuned. I'll bring you all along for that. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys next time.